Welcome back to Morning Barbados, and time to say hello to those folks at Shop Hill St. Thomas, because that's where this next guest is from. Evergreen GoldieSpeiler, welcome to Morning Barbados.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm looking at a publication here called Painting Poetry GoldieSpeiler, and there is an attractive, young...
I was really cute once.
I think you're still cute in your own way.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. What have you been up to?
1,000 things. Just life. What have I been up to?
I keep reading about you in the newspaper from time to time.
Well, it's a busy life. We run a pottery, Earthworks Pottery, and I paint, and I travel a little bit, and go to Israel, and go to Canada, and go to Beckway, and go to here, and go to there, and just live.
Your last trip to Israel brought this publication to life?
It's a retrospective exhibition.
No, this is a retrospective exhibition that's on now at supposed to be Queen's Park, but Queen's Park is closed for renovations. So the gallery is now really in 2 shops in the middle of Pelican Village, and we've put up an exhibition of my paintings, as well as early pots, in these 2 shops, so that you see a sort of an overview of a lifetime of work.
And as part of this lifetime of work, there have been some notable inclusions, not necessarily all work. There's an interesting page, it's called Documents from the 1972 Sao Paulo Biennial.
That's right.
This was interesting because your work was sold there.
Yeah, astonishing. It was like a miracle. I was invited to put one of my watercolors in, and off it went with other works from Barbados. And then I got a letter back saying, sorry, but we sold it.
For the princely sum of $103.
Yes. Well, in those days, $103 was a lot of money.
I would imagine so. Walk me through this book for young children who may be looking to get some inspiration for their scrawlings or their spatterings that eventually turn into great work, which I'm sure yours started off as scrawlings and spatterings. Walk me through this journey, the one that's told in the book.
But goodness, the book is too small to cover all of the journey. So this helps. I also have written a book called Becoming No Ordinary Pottery, which is the story of how I got here in the first place, and the things that happened that led up to the establishing of Earthworks Pottery and how it grew. That's at Pages, I believe, and it's at, why did I say it's at Pages? It's at Cloister. It's at Earthworks, and that's available, and is a good story about how things grew, that you're just peeping at now.
It's a wonderful little sketch. I have to share this with our viewers. I don't know if we can pick up some of the detail. The picture.
What was the inspiration for that?
Well, the inspiration.
What was his name?
I went to an art school. I went to the Ontario College of Art in Toronto, and I was studying design, but part of our studies was to draw from the life model, from the nude model, and when I got there, I couldn't do it at all. And 2 years later, ta-da, there it is. And so and it was hung in a school exhibition, 1954. Come on.
Wow.
Still dinosaurs.
Anything else that's covered? You know, what else is covered in the book? We have the sketches of your early work. We have some watercolor.
Just to show the development that I started with no art training at all in secondary school. Didn't like the art teacher. I dropped out. And then I decided to go to the Ontario College of Art and study design. Got interested in weaving. Wanted to go into the pottery class, but when I went to register, it was full. So I went into weaving instead and got hooked.
That's why I'm not confused, but I'd like to know about the transition from the art to pottery. How did that happen?
Well, How did that happen? That's God. I was interested in the local potters. I was here, I was teaching art in the secondary schools. I was interested in having handmade things in my house. So I found Chalky Mount, not easy in those days. Found Chalky Mount and became friendly with 2 or 3 of the potters who were working then. I'm talking about the late 60s, early 70s. And sometimes they had work to look at and to buy, and sometimes they didn't. And so I started to talk to them about why they had these times when they didn't. And with my very limited knowledge, and anyway, through friendship, tried to teach them how to have work coming around all the time.
And of course, now we're so
And in the
thrilled.
course of doing that, I built a building for them.
So now we have the wonderful Earthworks pottery.
And so now we have, and that developed into Earthworks pottery.
Well, Painting Poetry, a retrospective exhibition. Where and when again?
It's on now. We opened last Saturday evening.
At Pelican Village.
In Pelican
Village.
Village, but officially Queen's Park Gallery.
Goldie, it's been really great to
And
talk
then
to
until the 23rd.
you. Until the 23rd. Okay,
Always
we're gonna
good to
make
see you.
Always good to
Thank
see
Keep
you.
looking young.
I promise.
Thank you so much to GoldieSpeiler. We'll be right back.